Susan. Time for another episode of Susan Saw It, Loved It, Tried It. And I went ahead and I tried one of these ahead of time because I wanted to see what it was going to look like, first of all, and then second of all, look, it's a dragonfly. I'm going to embellish on this a little bit more, but basically I have a fence going around the outside of my part of my yard, and I love dragonflies, and I have a big one that I made out of ceiling fan blades. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, those would be cute hanging on my fence. So basically, a whisk from the dollar store, a pair of pliers and wire snippers, more wire, plant wire from the dollar store. You don't have to do this part if you don't want to. And then I also picked up a pack of different colored beads that I'm going to put on the dragonfly. So this one I spray painted blue, but the next one I do, I'm going to use the beads on. So basically, you take your whisk and you just you gotta bend and twist until you get into a dragonfly shape. So, I mean, that part of it takes the most amount of time to do. I'm trying to see here. And it doesn't really, there's no rhyme or reason that I could figure out anyways. I just start pulling them apart. One of them is going to be cut for the antenna, obviously. The top wings, you kind of want to bend because you want this to sort of lay flat. So I don't know if you can tell, I sort of bent it. And then I'm going to twist shape them. Let's see, don't want that the head. So twist, bend it. And that's basically the hardest part, really. And then you can pinch it and adjust it however you want to give it more of a dragonfly look. So I can just keep on twisting this until I get it. And this is another really easy project. So you can see how it's coming out to a sort of dragonfly shape. I'm going to go ahead and cut the antenna part. Basically, just snip the top, and I don't want the antenna to be that big. So, I mean, if you want them to, you can. Woo! Careful with those. Snip them off. Easier said than done. They go flying. And then basically, if you have needle nose or jewelry pliers, or really if you don't, you can use regular pliers and just do your best to give a little antenna twist. And you can twist them however you want to, away from you, together. You can match them up the best you can. I mean, you can see it's already taken the shape of a dragonfly. And I'm going to just play with it a little bit here. Bit. I mean, look at how easy that was. Okay, so this one I'm not going to paint because I'm going to put jewel. I may paint it. I don't know. I may change my mind. So basically, it looks like that. Kind of like that. Again, just keep pinching until you get it the way you want it. So basically, now what I'm going to do is take some of this wire. And I'm just going to start with a small piece because I can always add more later. So, got to put on my glasses so I can see what I'm doing. But basically, you're just going to take your plant, you don't have to do this again. Take your plant wire, and I don't know that it matters where you start. You're just going to wrap this wire around your dragonfly body. If you give it a twist. I'm just going to add some beads to it. I think this is going to be really pretty. I got all different color of blues, sort of clear with a blue tint. So see kind of what I'm doing here. Putting it on the wire, and it's going to wrap around. And you can add as little or as many beads as you like. So I'm just going to add a bunch and see what happens. You can kind of see what I'm doing here a little bit. I think once that hangs on the fence and catches the light, it's going to be very pretty. So I'm all done. I went and sort of just fast. Stringing the beads on is the most time-consuming part of this project. Otherwise, it took me less than an hour. All said and done, paid less than $10. The whisk I got from the dollar store. The beads were like $6, but I have lots extra, so I can make some more fun stuff. The wire I got from the dollar store, and that's basically about it. I just made a little hanger on the back for it to put on a wall or on a fence outside or in your garden. As always, if you like it and you would like to own it, you can just text in this code word, which happens to be dragonfly, to 877-244-1029 before 5 o'clock, May 27th, and we'll give it away. Thanks again for watching.